Well, hello there, and welcome to my second video. I've been playing around with the software a little bit, trying to see if I can spruce up the appearance. Put together a little intro there. It's kind of crude with the video editing software, but, you know, just trying to work it all out. Hopefully I'll be learning to do it a little better as I continue to do these things. Anyway, I just have a couple little games on Sacred Valley here that I wanted to put out to you guys, in case anyone's watching. Here in the Type T-34, I'm actually very new to the Chinese line, so this is taking some getting used to. I'm discovering that I'm really addicted to gun depression since I've played so many American tanks. Anyway, since I'm only a mid-tier in this game, I'm kind of heading towards the south because I don't want to be involved in the confrontation up north. Keep an eye on this Stug behind me, by the way. He's going to be an interesting character in this match. So I'm basically trying to get as far forward and while staying in shelter as I can. See if I can spot any kind of push from the red team coming up this way. And come around this corner and oh, surprise, PZ4H with the derp gun, which is actually kind of fortunate for me because he missed there. Between me and the Stug would finish him off. And looks like we're gonna keep pushing forward, but I don't want to try to force my way through there with already two others going through, so I come around the other side of the building. And of course, as soon as we crest the hill here, we run into two more enemies. Light tank gets himself obliterated. And take out the Chinu over there, and the Stug gets himself killed. So then it's just me facing a Hellcat and knowing there's artillery fire coming in, because that's what got the Hellcat. So I figure discretion is probably the better part of valor here. But as you're going to see in the chat, the Stug player disagrees. So there we go, his first contribution to the chat. This is going to keep up for the remainder of the match. Anyway, I don't want to completely concede the high ground here, so I come back to take another peek and see that the Hellcat is coming up aggressively. So yeah, he's a tier 6 TD. There we go, more commentary from the peanut gallery. I mean, the Hellcat is quite a capable tier 6 TD, so it's not something that I really want to be messing with by myself, and right now I am the only tank up here. I have some support coming from the south, but it hasn't arrived. You can see the chat actually have a helpful teammate who wants to try and support up here. As I'm maneuvering, I just want to say, regarding the Stug, is evidently he felt that I should have pushed aggressively, or maybe he thought that there was something I should have done that would have prevented him from getting killed. I don't know. So maybe if someone who happens to be watching this video spots something that I should have done differently up there, I mean, maybe he's got a point, but I don't see it. So now I kind of got the Churchill 7 up here that I can kind of use him as a little bit of a shield. He's got armor and hit points to take this that I don't, but I make the mistake here, pulling out just a little too far, and that is the end of the match for me. As you can see, the Stug player has stuck around to continue adding color commentary. So I went ahead and embarked in this match to see how it turned out. We're up 12-7, so I thought there was a good chance we just might win it. You can see there's not a whole lot going on up here now that the Hellcat has been eliminated. It's kind of an odd feature of this recording software is that you don't get any of the sound from the game. According to their website, they don't provide the sound for the games at this time. Although some of my research has indicated that the system actually does record the game sounds, it just strips it out during the rendering process, which seems like rather an odd design choice to me. But maybe it has something to do with the limitations of their rendering system. I don't know. Hopefully in the future that will get worked out. Or it also seems that there are ways to be able to retrieve and re-enter the sound using other editing software once this program is used to capture the video. So we'll see what happens. I have, by the way, no idea what this KV-85 thinks he's doing. I don't know if you have been keeping an eye on the chat at all while I've been yammering on, but the Stug player continues to be a joy to everyone. But meanwhile, we do have other players in the chat, especially this Russian tanker fellow, who are actually trying to be encouraging and helpful, which is a nice change of pace. As you can see, the Stug still has his little bit of resentment towards me here. To be honest, I really don't know why. So, if anyone wants to comment and help me out with that, then that would be great. Right now, all that is left is Artie. Of course, the KV-85 here is chasing the kill, and it looks like he's going to attempt to kamikaze it since, well, it's a Russian tank, no gun depression. But he's not going to pull it off, and the Su-100Y is going to end the game for us. So that was it for my Type T-34 in this match. What's coming up next is a second match in played on the same evening, this time in a KV-3. This is a Tier 7 Russian heavy tank. It's on the armored Russian heavy line. To be honest, this is not a tank I like very much. I don't enjoy playing it a great deal. This is actually the third time I've owned the thing, and I keep selling it because I just can't stand the grind on it. But I bought it back again, largely because after the winter special in World of Tanks, when they had the 8-bit games, and they took all the crews out of those special event tanks and dumped them into our garage, I had no space in my garage. I needed to clear some crews out, so I rebought this tank just to put the crew back in it. The KV-3's big selling point is supposed to be armor. It is incredibly slow in pretty much every way you can imagine, being both slow to turn, slow to move, slow to aim its gun. And the gun is not that great. It works great when you're top tier, but when you start to see tier 8 and 9 tanks with some of the seriously armored beasts that come along in those tiers, this 122 with its slow aim time and poor penetration just doesn't cut it. You see there, I ended up taking a shot at my tracks from the Wolverine, probably because I was tunnel visioning on the T-29 off to my left and failed to notice that there was a bunch of other tanks on the enemy team coming around this corner. So here you can see, but this match I chose largely because it does showcase when the KV-3's armor works. The thing is kind of a one-trick pony. I mean, basically, you find a place to side scrape, suck up damage, and try try to get out some of your own. Once you're in a position like this, I got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus there's the T-50 in the background there. 5 tanks. All fighting this corner against me, and the Wolverine just bought it, so it is just me here. You're going to see this tank absorb a lot of damage. And actually, this is about to be the very end of the game for me. They realize they have a huge numerical advantage. I've just fired, so they're coming after me. I managed to take out the KV-2, but then I am pretty much gone at that point. So yeah, it was just me holding the corner. There's no one else left there in the north. This doesn't look like a very good situation, but interestingly enough, the team does pull it out. In the final analysis, I ended up doing 1,900 damage in that game, so carried my weight that way. Tactically, I don't know that I was in the best situation, but oh well. But the KV-3's armor absorbed 2,200 damage. Just blocked damage on top of what was actually the 1,400 hit points and damage I took that actually killed me. So this thing can really suck up the damage. Works great when it's top tier, but in tier 8 and 9 matches that it can see, the armor actually isn't all that impressive. The guns you see at those tiers tear right through it, and you have trouble penetrating them back because the low penetration on the 122. I actually liked the 122mm on the IS because that was a tank that could move and maneuver and get around the sides of tanks. But the KV-3 is not able to do that, so I found myself using a few more premium rounds in the KV-3 than I would have in the IS. Anyhow, that's pretty much all that's particularly interesting about this match for me. The team does manage to pull it out in the end, and it counts as a victory. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and weren't too bored by listening to my rambling, and hopefully I will be seeing you again in the future.